What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the NBA Journalist YouTube channel. Today, we're doing our official playoff predictions for this season. We're using the pick and bracket challenge. So the first matchup, OKC Thunder versus the Phoenix Suns. It's like nuclear bomb versus baby, in my opinion. I don't think the Suns had a great game today against the Warriors, but amazing defensively. Jordan Goodwin was brilliant. Jalen Green was fucking brilliant. It's still the Thunder though. Don't get it twisted. They're kicking ass in this one. Oh, okay, I like how this works now. So we got the Thunder to win 4, 5, or 6 games. Do I think the Phoenix Suns can steal a game? Do I think the Phoenix Suns can steal? Hell no, I don't think they're stealing. That's probably the easiest one we're gonna do. Suns losing 4. Yep, OKC wins. I feel like that's probably the easiest one we're gonna have to do today. So now we move on to the Lakers Rockets, which I think is probably the series that's gonna have the most attention. It's LeBron, it's the Lakers against Kevin Durant, the Rockets. As you guys know, I'm a Lakers fan, so this is a tough one because my bias really does come into it. But I think if we're being realistic, I really don't want to do it. Nah, I'm going with my Lakers, bro. Lakers in 7. I'm just joking. Let me go back. We're going the Rockets in 6. I have to be unbiased. It's the NBA Generalist. But I want to have faith in my Lakers. I don't think Luka's coming back. I don't think Austin's coming back. I still think this is more of an even matchup than people are kind of making it out to be. I don't think the Lakers are going to have a single chance on any of the rebounds. It's DeAndre Ayton and fuck all, essentially. So I'm not excited to watch them get 20 plus offensive rebounds. Probably my favorite series out of this entire kind of playoff brackets. I think this would definitely produce the best moments. Anthony Edwards versus Jokic. They've given us like amazing series. I think they've played each other twice in the last, maybe even 3 times in the last 3 years. Because they played them in the Western Conference Finals when they went to... No, they played us in the Western Conference Finals. Anyways, I'm going Nuggets here. And I'm going Nuggets in 6. This is going to be a series. There's no doubt about that. I'm never going to count the Timberwolves out because I think their identity really shines and their team building really shines during playoff time. I think they got exciting bench guys like Iris Basumu. They got Bones Highland, Nas Reed, obviously, Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Dante DiVincenzo. Like they're built for playoff basketball. I just think the Nuggets always do it somehow. You've got Nikola Jokic on your team. I mean, I don't see Rudy Gobert doing anything to Nikola Jokic. You know what I mean? But Spurs, Trailblazers. You could see 98% of fans just pick the Spurs. Wow. And I'm picking the Spurs too, and I'm doing it in 4. I think the first and the second seed in the Western Conference are gonna mop the floor. Like mop the floor. I can see both of those series finishing in 4. And I could see both those series finishing in 4 and like being so like utterly convincing. Like like they don't even need it, like not even a challenge essentially. So now we move on to the Eastern Conference. Pistons Magic. The Magic somehow pulled it all together against one of my favorite teams, the Charlotte Hornets, which I'm very disappointed about. I was at work this morning checking my phone. I mean, Woolworths, if you're watching, I was doing work, but checking my phone, I'm back to see that they were down like 30. I really wanted to see this Hornets team in the playoffs. At least one series. I know they were never probably going to beat the Pistons, but in one series, Paolo brought it all together. Bane was good. You know, I didn't watch it, so I can't really speak too much on it. But just a box score, Paolo was really doing what Paolo does, which is, I think, probably the most confusing thing about Paolo is that he'll have a game where he's like, whoa, this guy's fucking dominating. And then he has these games where it's like, bro, we're like, who is this guy even anymore? Now, I feel like I haven't watched a Pistons game in a while. Cade's back. I think you guys know who we're going to pick here. Detroit Pistons. And I'm going to go I think I'm gonna go 5 here. But do I have more faith in like the Trailblazers against the Spurs or the Magic against the Pistons? I think I have more faith in like maybe a Paolo game, or maybe a Desmond Bain hits like 8 threes game, and more than I kind of have faith in like a Denny playing well, or Denny going off, sorry, or them locking down on defense against the Spurs team. I think the Magic can steal one. They took Cleveland to 7 a couple years ago, who were, I think, pretty much similar records, these two. And so I think the Pistons still mop the floor, but I could see them like having a hot game and winning. I just don't think I could see the Trailblazers doing it. Definitely couldn't see the Suns doing it against, but I feel like the Spurs and the Thunder are better than the Pistons and the Celtics. Sorry, lost my spot. Cavs, Raptors. This is going to be such a fun series. It's genuinely going to be like insane. These playoff games, I'm in Australia. The first playoff game, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's the Pistons game. No, it wouldn't be. Anyways, the first game is at 1:30 in the morning. The second game's at 3:30 in the morning. The 3:30 game is Nuggets Timberwolves. Now, I wanted to watch that, but I guess I can't. But this one, I still think it's the Cavs. But it's the Cavs in 6. I think the Raptors are going to surprise a lot of people in this playoff run, even though it's one series, so I guess it's not a run in this playoff series. I think they're just going to get down and physical and dirty. I like Darko Rajakovic. Can't count Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes out. I think their lack of point guard play probably kills them. I think Cavaliers talent-wise and I guess overall roster-wise are just better. But I could see them taking 2 games like pretty comfortably. Taking 2 games, actually. But I feel like this is a kind of a trap series for the Raptors, for the Cavaliers, sorry. I think if they get good place and the Raptors can win, like that, Toronto haven't been in the playoffs in a little minute, but that arena gets pretty loud. And I could see them being just super physical and like just wearing the Cavs down. I could see it. What's this? Let's go look at this series up. Oh, okay. 4 factors of basketball. We got effective field goal percentage, turnover percentage, offensive rebounding percentage, and free throw weight. Free throw weight. Okay, I mean, still Cavs in 6. And we've got I keep saying this for everything. This playoffs is so good. Knicks, Hawks. This could be so fun because I think there could be an upset in this one. I think this is the only one hold on, let me watch it. I think it's the only one where I could genuinely see the lower seed, maybe outside of Lakers, Rockets, because I feel like that's its own circumstance in itself. I can see Lakers, Rockets, like Rockets beating them, and then Knicks, Hawks. I don't think the Hawks have enough to beat a team like the Knicks. I feel like Jalen Brunson's been coasting a lot of this kind of end of the regular season, and that's fine. I just think when it comes to playoff time, I'm going Knicks, but I'm going Knicks in 7 against the Hawks. I would really be taking this shit seriously if I'm the Knicks. I know they are, but like they could fuck around and lose this series. Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Jalen Johnson, Jonathan Kuminga, CJ McCollum. I guarantee I'll put my fucking entire channel on this. CJ McCollum's gonna have a game where he has like 35 points in this series, because that's just what he does. He'll just like he'll sting the rest of them. But one game he'll have 35 and they'll win the game. I guarantee it. Guaranteed. Now on to the last one out of the first round of the playoffs. Celtics 76ers. Celtics in 5. For me, pretty easy. Not take me back down. Don't do that again. I give them one game compared to like you might be asking like, well, how do you think the 76ers can take a game off the Celtics, but the Spurs can't take a game off, the Trailblazers can't take a game off the Spurs, and who was playing the Thunder? The Suns can't take a game off the Thunder. The 76ers have Joel Embiid, and I guarantee you he will probably play one of those games, and I don't think anyone can do shit about it. He's that good. I think there's going to be a game where like lightning strikes and a bit of magnet ball, and I think they take a game. And I think the Celtics are fine with them taking a game, but Celtics obviously win. That's why it's 98-2. Which one's actually the highest? I assume it's the Thunder one, right? No, 97. 98-2. 92. I can't believe people are actually picking the Magic to win against the Pistons. Anyways, on to the second round of the playoffs, the conference semifinals. Thunder Rockets. We're going Thunder here by 5. I was going to say by a mile, but I think they're going to win in 5. I think the kind of size and defense that's going to be on display this series is going to be incredible. I think a team like the Rockets could definitely take a game, and I feel like this would be one of the more like grinded out series that we kind of have on the board, because I think the Thunder could just go into it and say, hey Kevin Durant, you're not going to beat us. Everyone else can. Jabari Smith, go score 30 points. Reed Shepherd, go hit 8 threes, 6 threes, whatever. Maybe 8 threes is a lot. Go hit 6 threes. I'm forgetting Tari Eason, hit some corner threes. We don't care. Kevin Durant, you're not scoring. You guys don't have a point guard. We'll just double Kevin Durant. We'll do the Lakers blueprint. We'll double Kevin Durant every possession down the floor. Because we can. We've got Cason Wallace, Lou Dort, J-Dub, Shea, Chet, Ihart, Jared McCain, Aaron Wiggins, Brooks Barnheiser. And I still think there'll be a game where you can never count these teams out in all these situations. I think they will still take it in 5. Now, next series we have Nuggets Spurs, which I think could genuinely be like probably one of the greatest playoff series of all time. Jokic, Wemby. You know the Nuggets have dark magic when it comes to the playoffs. I've seen Jokic hit step back 37-foot threes on Anthony Davis's head, sidestep 2, dagger 3. I've seen Jamal Murray game my team twice. That's probably because he had like D'Angelo Russell guarding him, but I feel like this is the hardest decision I'll have to make, I think is what I'm trying to say. Because I think there's obviously the battle of the centers, and I think on impact on the floor, I think they negate each other. Like they equal each other, sorry. Jokic is that good. And then so then it comes down to the other factors. What does Stephon Castle look like in playoff minutes against the playoff defense? They might dare Stephon Castle to shoot. And we know he's been shooting better. He's at 35%, which is league average, which is good. They might say, De'Aaron Fox, go back to your Sacramento Kings ways. We're not going to let Wemby do anything. Whereas the Spurs could be like, hey, nothing's going to fly at the paint. You're going to have to shoot all threes. We can switch Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic ball screen with Wemby, because you're not going to beat Wemby off the dribble. I like when I see point guards like take Wemby, they take the switch, and they've got Wemby on them in space, and then they realize that there's not really space when he's there. Cam Johnson, I think, could be a big X factor here. Cam Johnson and Aaron Gordon for the Nuggets are the biggest X factors probably of their entire lives. It's probably Cam Johnson more than Aaron Gordon. Like, can he be the role player we saw in Phoenix? Can he be this player that we've seen kind of come into his own over the season? He started off pretty shaky, now he's starting to, get his feet under him. And, he's probably guarding what? He's probably guarding a Stephon Castle. Jokic has got Wemby. Or maybe Aaron Gordon's on it. Anyways. So, I think here I'm going to go Spurs in 7. Spurs in 7. I think this will be the best series. This will be the best series by far. By a country mile. I just think the Spurs have just a bit more. They've shown a bit more to me over the season to have a bit more confidence in them compared to a Nuggets. Because Cam Johnson goes 0 for 6 in a game, and Jamal Murray has Stephon Castle guarding him for a minimum 4+ games. That's going to wear him down. I know Jamal Murray is a fucking incredible player, but, Jokic has got Wemby on him. So I feel like they kind of the Spurs just kind of have it, you know, they have it, you know, they have it blocked on all cylinders, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. But I still think can never count the Nuggets out. I think it's in 7. Now over to the Eastern Conference, we have Pistons Cavaliers. Now for me, this is pretty much like offense versus defense. These two teams, JB Bickerstaff's revenge, essentially. I think the Pistons win this because I don't think it's going to be, I think the Pistons win this, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as people say. I think you've got guys, I think with the addition of James Harden next to a Donovan Mitchell, wow, I was about to say Darius Garland, next to a Donovan Mitchell, makes it kind of, because Donovan Mitchell's going to have Asar Thompson on him, and Asar Thompson's probably the best perimeter defender in the league, maybe, arguably, in my opinion, probably the best, and it kind of lets that pressure off, because now, you know, I'm not saying that the Pistons don't have guys who can take James Harden, and Cade Cunningham's a good defender. Everyone can defend on that floor, right? But I think it's going to be a lot harder than maybe some people are saying. I don't know, I haven't seen too many people talk about. Obviously, this is a fictional world we're living in essentially now, even if it is realistic. But I'm going to go Pistons in 6 here. I think the defense is going to be a bit too much. How much can we trust to James Harden in the playoffs? We know we can definitely trust Donovan Mitchell, 100%. But the Cavs might just be like, hey, Donovan. I mean, the Pistons might just, hey, Donovan, just go score all the points. No one else is going to score. You know, we can turn that faucet off. That's how good they are defensively. We can just turn it off and say, hey, you go score 100 points. Go be Bam. You know? Can't believe he's the second highest scorer in NBA history. Knicks Celtics, this will be fucking cinema. Cinema. It'd be fucking beautiful. Oh my god, I would literally pay to see this. Pay to have this guaranteed, even though I'd love to see the Hawks. I want to say my Hawks, but they're not my Hawks, but like I love when a team's like turn their season around, so I got like a passion for them, I guess. For me, this is Celtics in either, you know, I'm not going to say the two numbers, but these two numbers right here. Because, whoa, hold on, can I go back? Oh shit, hold on. What did I have it? I had Celtics in 5. I think I trust the Jays more. They're obviously proven, but I think I trust the Jays more than I would trust Cat, and I would trust, what's his name? Jalen Brunson. Wow, that was a brain fart. I also trust John Mazzola more than I trust Mike Brown. I think my prediction is going to be Celtics in 6. I think the Celtics are just simply too good. I feel like the Knicks are they've kind of built themselves for the playoffs. They have a lot of different things they can throw out there. I just think they're a bit more like, it's not disassociated, but like I feel like they're not as tight of a unit on both sides of the ball as the Celtics is/are. Celtics as the Celtics are. There we go. Yeah, I did ATAR English. I'm gonna go Celtics in 6. And I feel pretty confident about all my picks so far. I feel like I'm not really like I don't think there's gonna be too many upsets. Except maybe if you want to count Lakers Rockets, but that's not an upset because the Lakers are injured. So now we have Thunder Spurs, which again would probably be, if it went like this, Nuggets Timberwolves, then Nuggets Spurs, and then Spurs Thunder, that could be probably the most fun 3 playoff series you'll ever see in your life. Like genuinely, like ever in your life. But Nuggets Spurs, let's go to the advanced analytics. Yeah, this tells you me nothing. So as we know, the Spurs have kind of had the Thunder's number over this entire season. I think they played each other 4 times, so I think it was 3-1. I think the Thunder got the last one. But I remember there was that stretch where the Thunder were kind of like coming back to reality and this little skid after being like 20-1. So it's not really a skid. This is really hard, man. This is really hard. This is the first time where I genuinely do not know who to pick. because I think they're so equal in terms of teams. I think I'm gonna go with the Thunder here, and it hurts because I made the prediction that the Spurs will be better than they were, and I kind of feel like I gotta rock with them through. But from an objective basketball standpoint, I feel like, yeah, I'm confident. I'm going Thunder in 7 again. I don't think this is going to be an easy season series by any means for each team. I love how I'm just repeating every single word. I just think the Thunder won. Playoff experience doesn't really matter to me when the team's good. But man, do I trust Shea to pull them out of some games here. But this is a series I could see going either. If you pick Spurs in 7, I think I probably would agree with you. I don't think it's it can go either way, is essentially what I'm saying. But I think the Thunder just have more. I think they have more, and I think I feel more confident in what the Thunder have than I do the Spurs. I think the Thunder have enough to not contain Wemby, but negate his impact. Even if it's the slightest, it's important in these series because the little things matter. And the Thunder are a team like the Pistons, where they can just turn off any force that they want, and they can say, hey, other guys beat us. I know it's not as simple as that, but I think I trust the Thunder defense across the board. Then I trust kind of the Spurs defense with Wemby, Castle, and Co. So I think I have the Thunder in 7. But that would be so much fun, bro. I'd dead ass call work off for that, bro. That'd be so good. Now we have the Eastern Conference Finals, the Pistons versus the Celtics. I think the Celtics would here by percentage of fans, the Celtics are the favorite. So for some reason, a lot of people don't have them going into the finals. I don't know who I have going into the finals, so we're gonna talk it through. I think this will be the most tough, grit and grindy series we'll ever have, ever. I think that these games will be 85 to 89, 83 to 90. These type of games. The Pistons won the series against the Celtics with a 3-1 record. Detroit won 3 matchups, while Boston won 1. Now these things do come into play. Good to have like we said with the Western Conference Finals. Good to have a point of reference. Sorry, not record. So I think this will be another 7-game series, or minimum 6. But man, that defense of the Pistons, I don't know if I can go against it. And I think this might be the first kind of percentage of fans upset that I have. Because, again, this is one of those series that could go either way. I just think, do the Pistons have enough offensively to... If K doesn't have it going one night, if K doesn't have it going in a game 7, do the Pistons have enough to go, hey, we need someone to dig us out of it? Does Denise Jenkins affect this? Because what the Pistons had last season was that, the Knicks could kind of shut off Cade, and then people wouldn't, the team wouldn't be as good offensively, and then they would really have to rely on their defense. And, that wears guys out offensively. It's not a good way to play, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go Pistons in 7 here. I think the defense is too good. I think the offense will be I think the offense has enough legs to stand on. If a Cade goes down, you have a Denise Jenkins. And I think the Pistons defense just has enough to shut off guys like Jaylen Brown, Asar Thompson, Ron Holland, Isaiah Stewart are 3 guys I'd probably trust with everything. And then you have Jalen Duren backing it up. Jalen Duren versus Neemias Queta is a great matchup, first of all, because Queta's really good. But I don't know. I feel like that these 2 Western Conference Finals ones I've really had to kind of wrap my head around. Now we have the Thunder versus the Pistons. Now let's look at this record now. The Oklahoma City Thunder had a 1-1 record versus the Pistons this season. Show me the games. So the Oklahoma City Thunder were 1-1 versus the Pistons this season, and for some reason it's not. Oh no, here we go. 114 and then 124. Okay. The Thunder versus the Pistons again. This is just going to be like defense wins championships. Like put it on a banner if this happens, because this would be even more grind. I think this is where the Pistons meet their end. I don't think they have enough offensively to keep up with the Thunder. I don't think they have enough defensively to stop the Thunder. I think if anything, they're going to have to just try their ass off, and like obviously they will. But I think it's the Oklahoma City Thunder again, back-to-back championships. And I'm going to go in 6 games. I think the Thunder take 2. And I think the Pistons take 2. I don't think the Pistons can beat the Thunder. And I think the Thunder just flat out across the board are better. The depth is better. They can kind of match the defense, which is insane to say. I would absolutely love to see Cade Cunningham in a final series. I'd love to see Jalen Duren in a final series. And I think this could be a lot closer than 6 games. If you had it in 7, I agree with you. And I think all the games will be close. So that's it. I don't know what this tiebreaker thing is. How many points we scored in game 1 of the NBA Finals? We're going, if this was my NBA Finals, we're going 194. Well, actually no, we're going 209. Bang. We got proof of witness. If I win, how much money am I winning? It doesn't say. Okay. If I win like $10,000, you guys were here for it. So here we go. Thunder Suns. A little recap. Thunder Suns. Thunder wins. Lakers Rockets. Rockets win. Nuggets Timberwolves. Nuggets win. Spurs Portland. Spurs win. Pistons Magic. Pistons win. Cavs Raptors. Cavs win. Knicks Hawks. Knicks win. Celtics 76ers. Celtics win. We've got Thunder Rockets. Thunder win. Nuggets Spurs. Spurs win. Pistons Cavs. Pistons win. Knicks Celtics. Celtics win. Thunder Spurs. Thunder win in 7. Pistons Celtics. Pistons win. And to win it all, my NBA champion, my prediction is that the Oklahoma City Thunder take it all. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please remember to like, subscribe, go check out the TikTok, NBA Journalist _, go check out the Twitter, Leo NBA or NBA Journalist, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.